Okay, this is gonna be a little different. Today I'm gonna tell you about a story I'm writing. That is actually related to that 3 hour long video I made a long time ago. Like I think maybe like 2 springs ago. I think around this time, like 2 years ago, maybe or less. I'm not sure. Could have been last year. Whatever. I made a video titled "The History of Nightshade." Well, it's kind of like it was not like, yes, it was a history video, but it was also kind of a love letter because again, I love again to Nightshade technically because again I've just over the years I've just fell in love with the character of Nightshade, but now I'm deciding to show my appreciation even more by creating a story, introducing the Fury of Blue. Here's the description. I was born of blue. In a universe for well-known dragons in the fandom, that being the HTTYD fandom, a character that is used a lot. A character created by Dragon Dog Films G. All rights go to her for the character. A character named a Nightshade that was born in a world of life, beauty, love, fun, and danger. This story was basically inspired by kind of Grant's version of Nightshade as well. As far as I know, like basically her version of Nightshade is basically Nightshade as a shift fury. Or a fury that can basically is kind of like a chameleon in a way. Basically Nightshade, basically a shift fury can basically change into any color she wants, into any color it wants. Which is how we also got Mist as Nightshade. It was again. I love that version of Nightshade. Like I've already said this before, she is like that version of Nightshade has gotta be my all-time favorite. Other than the original, my all-time favorite other than the original. That version of Nightshade just really good. Character arc is very good. The arc is very nice. And unfortunately, it's only one of two to where she actually has like a kind of like a character arc. All other Nightshades generally don't have a character arc, unfortunately, or are always friendly, or always evil. It's barely ever in between, which is sad. Because, again, Nightshade was originally created before the Light Fury, and was created to be she was like created before the Light Fury. In other words, she was created to be a love interest for Toothless. But, again, the Light Fury came out, and that went out the window. And I've been noticing that basically, a long time ago, yes, Toothless X Nightshade was a thing a long time ago. But then everyone stopped doing that, and the influx of TXL animations came around whenever that third movie came out, or even just the trailer itself. Ever since then, it was just boom, all kinds of stuff. Kind of, it's strange. Basically, because of that, I decided to go ahead and make my own. Which basically I'm hoping can get popular at least enough to where we start getting the 256 Nightshade series back, because I've been wanting one for a while now, like a new one, and unfortunately we haven't had that. We haven't really had that. The closest we had would be, I guess the real closest we've had would be Nightstar from Alice the Natter. Alice the Natter. Shout out to her. Which is secretly a 256 Nightshade series, but in the eyes of the child, Nightstar. I was excited to hear that it was happening, hear about this series, and I enjoyed watching it. As you know, I enjoyed watching that thing, and I hope. Problem is, I'm hearing that it's almost it's one episode away from being finished, and I don't know if there is going to be a season 2. I am not sure, but I'm hoping there is. I'm hoping the series continues, because 1, there is a lot to go over, and 2, I just love this idea. Anyways, if you want updates, you can basically check out my channel. Check my community posts for all the basically for updates and stuff. I recently just posted a chapter last night, a new one. So yeah, and expect new updates during the night. Expect new updates like soon. I don't know. This is just off the top of my head. I know, bro. I was gonna make this a community post, but barely anyone bothers to read the community post, so I'm just gonna make a video about it. It's better just to make a video than a community post. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get at least this first book done as quick as possible, because soon I'm gonna be going going to college soon. I'm gonna be getting jobs, and I don't know, and maybe even starting to work for Monster Jam, if possible. Again, I'm hoping that I can get to that. But again, if I do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to create the entire series I want to create if I get to that point. So at the very least, I really just want to create this first book to at least get a sprout of at least put a seed in the community, to hopefully we get a new influx of 256 Nightshade stuff, because I kind of want to see some more of that. But again, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm probably not gonna post a chapter today. Probably. Again, after the last chapter took 3 days to complete because of distractions and stuff. So yeah, that was fun. But still, hopefully I can. Hopefully, I will probably try to put some more discipline into me to try to get more chapters in, because again, I'm pretty sure I'm 13 chapters in. No, 14 chapters in. I'm 14 chapters in, and I'm nowhere near the end of the book. This book could at this rate could possibly take anywhere from 50 to 100 chapters, possibly. I am not sure. Anything is possible with this, but I'm hoping this thing. Again, there's probably going to be a lot of revamping from the story. I have a bunch of stories in my head. I have this thing all set up in my head of how I want this to go. And it's going to be a wild ride, but there's probably going to be a lot of stuff that I'm probably going to change from that idea. But I still think the ending is gonna stay the same. Please ignore my brother. He's a bit loud here, as in my little brother. But yeah. Anyways, by the way, if you're wondering how many chapters I have, in the beginning, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11, chapter 12, chapter 13, and now I'm working on chapter 14, 2 centuries later. I'm thinking that chapter is going to be a description of like what's happened within those 20 years. And then chapter 15 is probably where everything is going to go, where things really start getting interesting. Anyways, if you want to read this book, I will have it in the description of this video. You can look at it anytime you want, and please spread the word about this thing. Like, I don't know, share the video or talk about this thing on your channel. I'm not sure, but please watch this. But please look at it. Let's try to get try to get 246 Nightshade back, because I really want to see some more of that stuff. Anyways, see ya.